it's really kind of surprising how much, or excuse me, I should say, how little enough is. I know with me, compared to how I used to eat, I'm just still astounded by the small portions and how little it takes to satisfy my hunger. It's just amazing. The disgusting amounts of food I used to eat. I used to, every time I sit down for a meal, I think, my little tiny portion of protein and maybe a couple of, maybe a couple asparagus spears or a few carrots or something. I look back at, what I used to eat and how fast I would eat, and I don't know. It's just, you really, it makes me think back every time I sit down for a meal, just how bad off and how dangerous my eating was. The garbage and the junk food and the soda, I'd blow through a 3-liter bottle of Mountain Dew in a day, sitting around just gulping Mountain Dew all day. Eat half a bag to a full bag of, chips or pretzels or Doritos or whatever at a sitting, or a box of Wheat Thins while I'm watching a movie. Just thinking of that anymore, it almost makes me want to go get sick. I don't miss it at all. I think back then I was just using food as a tranquilizer, or a pacifier or whatever, and now food is just fuel for me anymore. Yeah, I enjoy making good food. I love finding recipes that I can make usable for me and my wife, that we can still enjoy and not wreck our diets or get sick off of because it's the wrong thing. I love eating quality food, but I don't look to food for satisfaction anymore. It's just it's just mind-boggling. People say that this is an easy process, that, oh, you guys are taking the easy way, you're getting surgery, but it's really not. You really have to come to terms with a lot of really emotional, deep, psychological stuff. Why were you eating that much, and what were you trying to stifle, with, just food, and you have to come to grips with it, and you have to learn how to, deal with things in other ways than, cramming a bunch of potato chips in your face. And luckily, I'm learning that. I'm learning that, there's other ways to deal with stress. I mean, this whole, past couple of weeks with my wife, in and out of the hospital and back and forth to doctors, and her being sick, and and just a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. And yeah, I was tempted to to eat, do nervous eating, and just stand there at the pantry and graze on whatever. But I knew that wasn't wasn't the answer. That I could stand there and stuff things in my face, but it didn't really correct any of the cause, the cause issues of, yeah, I stood there and ate a box of Wheat Thins, but you know what, Stephanie's still sick. It didn't really do anything. All it's going to do is make me sick and less able to help her out. So it just makes you think more. And this is definitely not the easy way out. This is just such a huge, I don't know, it almost causes you to evolve, I don't know, I know it's been a huge, it's weird, well, I won't say it's a huge growing experience, but you grow while you shrink, so it's weird, I don't know. But but I'm glad to be shrinking. I feel so much better. I'm wearing, you know, I'm wearing clothes that I just dreamed of wearing, last year at this time. My shoes are getting too big on me because my feet aren't so fat. I've had to adjust in. I wear a baseball hat sometime when I go out walking, and I've had to adjust it because I hadn't really worn my baseball hat since I started this, since my surgery, and my hat was too big, So I guess my wife was right. I was a big fat head, so I had to adjust my hat in. But just little stuff like that. It's just so incredible, I have an adjustable steering wheel in my truck, and I finally get to adjust my steering wheel. I can actually adjust my steering wheel all the way down now, and it doesn't hit my stomach. And before, I could barely squeeze myself into I have a full-size Chevy Tahoe. I could barely squeeze myself into behind the wheel with the seat all the way back and the steering wheel all the way up, and the seat belt barely fit without digging in. And now it's no big deal. I can even drive my wife's little Jetta now, and I have slack in the seat belt, and I just, it's just, the car sat in the driveway for a year because I couldn't drive it. I couldn't fit in it. And now I drive it a couple times a week, and I enjoy it. It's a fun little car, and it's just something it was one of my goals, is to be able to, it sounds ridiculous, that's how fat I was, that I dreamt of fitting into a car, and I don't know. And now, with the help of the surgery and the help of my family and you guys, and I'm able to do these things. So, it's just, the surgery is just a remarkable process. But I guess I've yammered on long enough. So thanks again, YouTube. Thanks for everything, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.